Vain muiston talteen talvelta saan. Paljon jää ja pois unohtuu. Kerroinko kaiken kauneimman luonnossa sinussa näin? Lilja, ruusu, kirsikka,
Which is the best way to describe in an active and truthful way the population? Of course, a movie. In fact, Peter von Bag, a film critic, affirms that cinema is the access key to really understand a nation. Given that I feel a particular admiration for Finland, I decided to introduce it through the history of its cinema. What would you think about if I say Finnish cinema? You're thinking about the mythical Aki Kaurismäki, right? Actually, although Finland has always been a calm and silent country, and its cinema is not well known, it is not took into consideration by the international scene, its cinematic history has a long tradition. Just think that the first moving pictures were shown just 6 months after the first projection of the Lumiere brothers in Paris. Almost every Finnish film is always set in Finland, and it's very nationalist. But how come are they so nationalist? Finnish habits and customs are summarized in these films. In fact, one of the first directors, Erkki Karu, used to put at the end of every single movie the image of the flag of Finland. The same goes for film historians or war films. In fact, they just tell the events that shocked but at the same time characterized the nation. Some examples are Activistit by Risto Orko, that is focused on the events of the young Finnish activists who lived before the proclamation of independence. They have fought so hard to oppose against the occupation of the Russian Tsar Alexander. Another famous example is certainly Edwin Laine's Tuntemätön sotilas, based on the masterpiece written by Väinö Linna. It deals with the continuation war between Russia and Finland, which occurred in the first half of the 40s. The film has become a cult for the Finnish tradition because it's broadcast every year on TV on the 6th of December, the anniversary of Finland's independence. Another important film is Valkoinen Peura, with which the Finnish film earned first place in international cinema, released in 1952. The mixture of erotism, magic, and Finnish mythology set in the snowy landscape of Lapland were the winning ingredients to grab the public's attention, enough to win the award for Best Fantasy Film at Cannes Film Festival in 1953, and even a Golden Globe for Best Foreign Film. After the 50s, the Finnish film production declined for the arrival of television, which replaced arrogantly cinema, and also the actors' strike of 1963, not to mention the 70s, when the situation worsened even more, also for the appearance of a questionable character as Uno Turapuro. Luckily, in the 80s, the Kaurismäki brothers debuted and revolutionized cinema, attracting the interest of the international public. The characteristics of the film were ordinary but singular characters, such as those of the Proletariat trilogy or the B-movie like Leningrad Cowboys Go America. Between the 90s and the 2000s, Finnish audience started again to consider Finnish film production. In fact, in the spring of '99, There was the so-called Renaissance, in which three highest grossing films were recorded. They are Kokuri Yayoutsen, Sokotansi, and Rukayarventie. These films deal with socially engaged issues and are inspired by the classic models. History became a recurring theme in these years for two main reasons. On one side, because of a nostalgic attitude. On the other, because biography of great men are ways to explain the backgrounds of traumas experienced in the country. Let yourself be amazed by the Finnish culture through its films.